to reduce the current high-cost expenditures. And as Chris Sambu tells us, the government has vowed to fight tax evasion as part of the initiatives to have the 3 trillion budget funded.
With this year's financial budget at 3 trillion shillings, the common mwananchi should be awarded man, because now the country's economy will have to dig deep inside the pocket to achieve its revenue budget target. Among the factors that the government has cited as key in financing the budget, government will use a more efficient cost-cutting approach, including the use of electronic card system for all public officers traveling within and outside the country.
Further, Mr. Speaker, a cleansing of the wage bill will be undertaken to root out ghost workers. Government will also fast-track migration away from the current integrated payroll and personnel database system to the IFMIS human resource module to improve payroll management. Mr. Speaker,
in addition, the government will consolidate 3 funds into one to be known as Biashara Kenya Fund to increase efficiency and eliminate overlaps. The fund will give a special priority to businesses owned by youth, women, and people living with disabilities.
Mr. Speaker, the government has been supporting medium, small, and micro, small, and medium enterprises through various affirmative action funds, including the WESO Fund, Youth Enterprise Development Fund, and Women Enterprise Development Fund. To increase efficiency and eliminate overlaps, I have consolidated the 3 funds into one to be known as Biashara Kenya Fund. The fund will give special priority to...
With the biggest source of revenue being tax collection, the government has vowed to enhance revenue collection and seal revenue loopholes, indicating that a number of initiatives are underway, including sustaining the fight against illicit and counterfeit trade that was launched last year. According to the National Treasury, resource mobilization through borrowing will be in accordance with the Public Finance Management Act 2012 and guided by the annual medium-term debt management strategy, which Parliament approves annually and which seeks to minimize cost and risk on public debt and borrowing.
Only. Mr. Speaker, turning to expenditures, we must ensure that our scarce resources are used in most efficient and effective manner. Accordingly, since the start of this financial year, government has implemented new initiatives to contain growth of expenditure. First, we adopted a zero-based budgeting process to weed out non-priority expenditures from the budget. Second, we have adopted a policy of no new projects to ensure that government completes ongoing projects. Third, we are reviewing the portfolio of externally funded projects with a view to restructuring and realigning them with the Big Four plan. And fourth, we are taking measures to reduce spending on some specific programs which are not of high priority. All these initiatives, Mr. Speaker, have helped to lower our expenditures. Going forward, Mr. Speaker, we will continue to take bold actions to contain our expenditures further in the next financial year in order to further reduce.
However, Kenyan citizens will now have to wait and see whether the coming financial year will put a smile in their faces or more burden in terms of external borrowing and impose higher taxes. Chris Sambu, KUTV.
Thank you very much, Chris Sambu. Now, away from